everybody, Little Gamer here, and welcome to a brand new video. I am so happy that you have decided to join me here today. When you are seeing this video, I will most certainly be on vacation. And in fact, I am recording this voiceover at 2:06 in the morning. I am very tired, but also very excited for my upcoming vacation, and therefore cannot sleep because I have anxiety. So my brain is like, oh my goodness, everything's gonna go wrong. And yeah. I'm excited, but also super nervous because I've never been to this area before, the area that I'm going to, and yeah. I have no clue, and I have no control over the situation, so we're just gonna play Sims and pretend we have our lives together, you know, like normal people. But yes, let's go ahead and jump right on in to this video. The current Sim that you see, his name is Morvius Binks. Now, Morvius, he's a bit of a loner. I cannot remember. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, I cannot remember the traits that I gave him off the top of my head right now. It is 2 in the morning. I am tired. And I made this video like 2 weeks ago. Recorded the video. I'm just now doing the voiceover the day before my my vacation. And yeah. I don't ask questions because I don't have the answers right now. But yes, Morvius, he is a very, I'm going to say, dominant and self-assured individual. He's very knowledgeable in the ways of magic and spells, and was highly sought after as he was single for a while. Not because he didn't have the options of women and men who were into him, but simply because he's very picky, and he doesn't want to be with someone who's just trying to be with him because he's strong. Now, Morvius, he, as you can already tell, he's got a bit of a great fashion sense, if I do say so myself. And this is because he likes to have things that are in his control. He does not like not being in control. He absolutely hates it. Much of his life, he had little control over what did and didn't happen, and it's left a very big impact to the point where he has to have control over every little thing. And not having control absolutely drives him up the wall. And yeah, he's a bit of a mysterious kind of guy. Like, any of you guys who watch Markiplier or are in the Markiplier fandom, think about how Darkiplier comes off. He's kind of like that. Very smooth, very much in control, very much capable and willing to do anything he needs to or wants to in order to get the thing or action that he wants. He's pretty charismatic, but he also prefers to be alone. He does not like being in a lot of crowds with people, and he very much so loves orderliness. Everything has its place, and everything is in its place. Now, a bit about his backstory is, we're just going to begin with his childhood. We're going to say when he was about 5 or 6 years old, his father did die, and that left Morvius's mother a single mother, and she was human. She had no magical abilities at all, whereas his father was a mage, and he was a very good mage at that. However, his father died in a experimentation failure, and yeah, he died because of that. And Morvius's mother was so terrified of magic because of how her husband died and how his father died. And so she tried to keep Morvius away from any magical influences when he grew up. And at about 13 or 14, when puberty started hitting him, his magic began to appear. and she was absolutely driven up the wall because of it. And he couldn't control the magic because he had never been taught that he was even magical to begin with. And because of this, he didn't have any control. And one day, he accidentally hurt his mom and a couple of his friends because of his magic. He was just very upset with his mom one day. He was just arguing. He was so sick of her, saying, no, you can't go spend the night at this friend's house. And he just felt confined by it all. And he just felt so upset about it. He lashed out like any middle schooler would. And sadly, with him lashing out, his emotions got the best of him. And he ended up giving his mom and a couple of his friends some pretty nasty bruises and some pretty nasty burn scars. Luckily, none of them were on the face, but he did get their arms and like their chests and legs and stuff, and it was just awful, and he felt bad. But yeah, he didn't have any control growing up, so now, as an adult, he seeks it now, and that is why he is such a high-level mage. Now, of course, when you download him, he won't have any level in the mages category. He won't know any spells or anything. This is simply because I'm lazy, and I don't feel like actually doing all that, so, sorry. But now we have his husband, Andre. Well, Andre Pierce. And by husband, I mean fiancé. They're not married yet. Now, Andre actually met Morvius at a park when both of them were about, I'm going to say 16, maybe 17. Morvius, of course, was upset because he had lashed out again at his mom, and he was absolutely horrified by it. And Andre just saw this guy who was really upset and decided to show him some magic. And so he made cute little fairy lights show up in his hands, and they were so pretty and shiny. And Morvius was just like, oh my god, this guy's trying to cheer me up. And then Andre tripped and fell face first onto the carpet. Carpet? Oh my goodness, no, concrete. And it was funny. And Morvius couldn't stop laughing. And this is because Andre is very clumsy. Yes, that is one of his traits. I can remember that one off the top of my head. He's very, 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 very clumsy. Andre, also, he doesn't care what he wears. He wears whatever makes him feel good for the day or the occasion. So you will see him wear dresses and makeup and many more feminine styles, as well as some masculine styles. And Morvius doesn't mind this. He thinks it's cute. But yeah, they met that way, with Andre literally falling for Morvius. And it was so sappy when they did that. And now, my brain is dead, so I can't really tell you much more about their story. What I will tell you is that I am so excited for this vacation. And this vacation has given me a lot of ideas for Sims videos. And, yeah, I have no clue if I'm going to do any of them, or if I'm just going to write the ideas down and do them later when I get home. Yeah. Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry, I'm so tired. I'm also super nervous because I have to have my dog and my cat boarded at the vet, which just means the vet's going to keep an eye on them for a few days while I'm out of town. That way, so they, 1, don't starve, and 2, so they don't get into anything that could kill them, and 3, so, they don't accidentally burn the house down by, I don't know, switching on the stove or something. And they're also all of them are going to be getting their, all of the vaccines that they need to catch up on, because, look, we don't get vacations often, and we don't have a lot of money often, so we vaccinate our animals whenever we can. So, yeah, there's that. I'm actually very excited for that, because I want my cat, whose name is Tater Tot, by the way, to be fully vaccinated, so that he doesn't, keel over one day. That would be very distressing for me, because I raised that baby. I found him outside, I took him in, I bottle raised him. He's my baby. Now, I I did struggle a lot when I was making these Sims, I remember that. And the fact that this video is only about 12 to 13 minutes long is purely because I cut so much out of it. Out of the original video. I spent like 3 hours trying to figure out what their faces would look like, or their body types, whether or not they'd be in a cult, and it was, oh goodness, it was a process, let me tell you. But sometimes you have to trust the process, even if that process takes you 3 hours. And I actually remember that while I was making this, I was listening to music, and I think I was listening to lesbian music. And if you're a lesbian, or, you know, you're part of the LGBTQ community, you know what I mean. Women. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place because it's 2 in the morning, and you're just getting pure, unadulterated, unedited, 2 in the morning Divya brain. That is my brain. It's everywhere right now. I can barely see my screen because my eyes keep trying to close because I'm so tired. But I told myself that I would finish at least 1 video today, so that's what we're doing. And I hope you don't mind the rambles. Now on my vacation, we're going up to Tennessee. And I say up because I live in the deep south. I live so far in the south. Let me tell you, I hate it here. I don't like it here. I would like to go to Ireland or Germany, or, you know, somewhere where people aren't so mean, or just, you know, or like, you know, they sugarcoat their meanness. I don't know. People seem to be pretty upfront in Ireland and Germany from what I've seen. But yeah, this is the end of the video. This is pure, unadulterated 2 a.m. content, and I hope you like it, and I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye!